Hello, and welcome to yet another collective reading. I'm very excited about this one. This collective reading is going to be on the energy regarding the full moon eclipse in Pisces. So there's a lot of transformative energy going on, especially as the north and south nodes, they're getting ready to make some adjustments and some changes. And furthermore, Virgo and Pisces, these energies are about like closing things out, right? Virgo is about closing things out in the physical realm and cleaning and tidying things up in the physical realm. And Pisces is about closing things out in the spiritual realm. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to say my initial prayer. My prayer is that I pray that our ancestors, spirit guides, and angels, they protect our minds, bodies, and spirits as it is my intention to align us all with healing joy and the most authentic versions of ourselves. Ashe. I pray that our ancestors, spirit guides, and angels bless us with the gift of wisdom and discernment so that we may be able to take empowered action that is in alignment with the highest and greatest good. And I pray that the Most High facilitates all of it. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Right, now as I get started, please find yourself in a nice, relaxed position. Grab you some snacks, some water, some tea, some whatever it is you like to sip on. Okay, find yourself in a comfortable position. Let me know if the music is too loud. The music is getting too loud to me. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the gift, Ethan. It was overstimulating me a little bit. Well, yeah, we're just going to hop right into it. Hello, ancestors, spirit guides, and angels. Let me do another spread. What information or insights do you have for this collective? Most importantly, in regards to the full moon eclipse in Pisces, how is this full moon going to be impacting our energies? What shifts, closures, or any other energetic adjustments are coming our way? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. My good Judy's on TikTok. Excuse me. Don't forget to double tap that screen. Share the live session with at least 3 people. I'd appreciate it. Again, thank you for sending over those gifts. So this is crazy. And I believe all of these are ours. Thank you for sharing the lives, my love. So we got 3 tens right out the bat. Right out the bat, we got 3 tens. Right, 10 of wands in reverse, 10 of cups upright, 10 of pentacles in reverse. What I'm getting more than anything is that there have been ways that we have been overburdening ourselves, right? There have been ways that we have been putting too much on our plate in hopes that it will help us reach some type of emotional fulfillment. Ethan, please. Ethan said, give me my tens across the board. Right? But we've been overburdening ourselves in hopes that it will actually help us reach emotional bliss. But these cards are saying we're going to realize that having to put in that much effort the result is never going to give us emotional bliss, right? Again, especially in the middle of like Virgo season, we're perfecting our routines and our habits. And there's just, when was your birthday, Ethan? There's just something about this process, especially with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse immediately following it, that we've been doing this for a long time. This could be society at large. This could be your family. This could be a generational curse or generational trauma or a generational habit. Right? But this 3 of Pentacles in reverse, it honestly feels like an epiphany. It feels like epiphany. It feels like a flashlight comes on. Like, oh, what I'm trying to manifest isn't coming through clearly, and it's not happening because I'm using the wrong tools. I'm using the wrong modalities is the word that's coming through to try to manifest it. Right? And then even then, it's gonna be a really quick shift. Happy belated birthday. Did I give you a birthday reading? I felt like I gave you a birthday reading. If I didn't, you can get one. But I feel like I did. Judgment in reverse, Queen of Swords in reverse, Three of Swords in reverse. And the thing is, you know what? Actually, I probably didn't. Yeah, because I was at home in Las Vegas. The Judgment card in reverse, Queen of Swords in reverse, Three of Swords in reverse. And it's only through being disappointed, no tea, no shade. It's only going to be through being disappointed that we're going to come to the other side of this epiphany, right? Because we've been planning, we've been organizing, we've been thinking about it for quite some time, but it just hasn't come to fruition in the way that we thought it would, right? And again, this Judgment card feels very divine, that like we needed assistance from the planets. We needed this moment in time. We needed divine timing to play its part and to play its role. And then like even with all these cards down here, it feels very intuitive. It feels very underneath the surface. It feels very like deep sea Piscean waters, right? Where the shift it's happening, I want to say on a molecular level, right? Which is what it could, a vibrational level. But they're showing me atoms. They're showing me atoms. They're showing it like damn near our DNA codes are changing because of the energy that we're living through right now. Right? Does that make sense? Because we've been trying to like level up and think our way through this process, but the thinking just wasn't going to happen. And now I found a hidden card. We found the Death card in reverse, which was under the Queen of Swords. Right? So we've been thinking and analyzing, okay, how can I change? How can I level up? How can I step into this new version of myself? But the Three of Swords in reverse, which is connected to Saturn energy, it is time. Again, right? It is only through time and disappointments, but I'm hearing more than anything time. Like, Saturn energy will break us down. Saturn energy is unrelenting in the way where it's restrictive. And some people may like see Saturn energy as hard. I don't see Saturn energy as hard. I see it as strict and reliable, right? Like Saturn is not going to give credit where credit isn't due. Saturn isn't going to like push you on to the next grade or the next level if you haven't proven yourself. Saturn has no issues staying in the same place, right? And with all this Saturn energy coming through, it's reminding me that Saturn is also in Pisces. We also have Neptune in retrograde in Pisces as well. So there's quite a few Piscean placements. But Saturn, if you fail the test, you will continue to fail the test with Saturn until you figure it out. Saturn is not going to help you. Saturn is not going to give you any tips, tricks, or pointers. Saturn isn't going to give you any cheat codes, right? And that's just what I'm getting. I'm just getting that we had to like stand the test of time and to go through all of this to really figure out what tea is. And this really feels like in some ways this could be with our relationships. With the Three of Cups, this could be friends, family members, social circles. And there's just something that has been bugging us in the back of our mind with this Page of Cups and Ace of Cups in reverse. But we haven't necessarily known what to say or how to step forward and address it with the Eight of Swords. Yeah. Let me see. What else does Saturn have for this collective? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. What else does Saturn have for this collective? Action plan, Seven of Pentacles. So like, as the cards are falling out, like I am looking at the action plan. But what I'm hearing is that like the changes, and this is just kind of how like eclipses work, right? Eclipses change us. There's just like a lot of like planetary energy that is being siphoned. And like when we think about it astrologically, the sun, which represents our constant physical reality and our consciousness, everything that we can see, right? And the moon, which represents like our subconscious and our intuition, you know, our deep soul and the things that we can't always necessarily see and understand, when we have a lunar eclipse, it's because Earth, the moon, and the sun, they're in perfect alignment. And with the lunar eclipse, the sun is kind of casting a shadow over the moon, right? It's casting a shadow over the moon. And again, thinking about it metaphysically, what's happening is that like our physical realities, our consciousness, they now have the ability to imprint on our subconscious, right? Our physical reality now has the ability to make certain downloads happen almost instantaneously onto our souls, right? On that molecular level, right? And that's kind of what I'm getting. I'm getting that like the divine and the most high with this action plan just wants us to pay attention to what shifts are changing and maybe even what mindsets have kept us from moving forward. And again, it's going to be a strong sense of the intuition with the high priestess in reverse here. And what ways have we not been listening to ourselves when it comes to trying certain things or like completing the cycle? Right, my loves? Because like this tower card, the tower card can be about destruction, but it just feels so surprising. It just feels like one day we're gonna wake up and we're gonna feel like a different person. One day we're gonna wake up and then our alignment with our social relationships is gonna change. One day we're gonna wake up and we're gonna start to behave a little bit differently. So I'd be interested in to see like how y'all feel over the course of the next 3 days, and then also how this energy plays out over the next 6 months. Because eclipses, they play out over a course of 6 months, right? And there's not really a need to take any action with the Knight of Wands in reverse, right? Seven of Pentacles, we're just looking, we're analyzing with the Devil card and the World card, what obsessions, you know what I mean? What attachments, these don't even feel like addictions or like bad habits. Like they kind of feel like attachments or like unconscious agreements. You know what I mean? Soul contracts that we agreed to that we didn't necessarily like tap into ourselves, right? Hey Robbie, how you doing? Hangman, more Piscean energy. Five of Cups, Four of Cups, right? So much water here about disappointment and sitting with that disappointment and that frustrating and allowing the experiences that are going to take place over this next week, just, I don't want to say take a toll, you know, but do the work that they need to do on our souls and our spirits. Right? Right, my loves? That feels it. That was pretty quick. Collective readings usually don't go that quick. Just saw 1313 on my clock. I'm gonna get like 3 more cards and then get us some oracle cards and clock on out. Yeah, again, if anybody would like a personal reading, I will be able to do personal readings after this. I am also hoping to get a workout in tonight. It was just a taxing day. And you know, like, especially another thing with the eclipse, the full moon eclipse taking place in Pisces, you may feel like physically or like energetically like drained. Neptune and Piscean energies, they kind of have the ability to do that, where they kind of like diffuse our energy, and our energy like leaks or bleeds, or like other people's energy like leaks into our own auric fields. So just keep an eye out for that. Rest if need be, and then also pay attention to your dreams. Again, with Neptune and retrograde Saturn, and this is just coming through, right? That like things that occur in the shadows or in the like spiritual etheric realms, they'll just have a bigger effect on us, right? It'll be easier for things to take hold and to take effect with this eclipse. So again, I would pay attention over the next 3 days, right? That's, what's today? The 17th, 16th, 17th, and the 18th. Just really pay attention to that energy. Yes, my loves? Okay. I feel like I was saying something, but then I just got that download. Let me get some I'm gonna get 3 more cards and then get oracle cards, and then we're gonna clock on out. King of Pentacles, Chariot card. Okay, this may not be for everybody. This feels like a very specific message. But the message for somebody here is that, like, you're looking to improve your finances or your physical reality with the King of Pentacles here. This Chariot card and this Queen of Wands, it feels like the best way for you to do that is by allowing your light to shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. And somebody has, like, allowed their light to be dimmed. Again, I don't know if it's just because of, like, the world or circumstances or somebody in your surroundings. Again, be it a family member or friends, a coworker, an ex, whoever it may be, to, like, dim your light. But the way for you to get back on track and to get in alignment with your monetary abundance and just, like, stepping into the physical reality that you've been trying to manifest is by allowing your light to shine. Right, my loves? Okay. And then I don't even know if I can use this one because I don't know where that booklet is at. That booklet is somewhere. So we don't put her up because we don't know where that booklet is. That's okay. But we'll read these. Okay. Now, hello, ancestors, spirit guides, and angels. Can we get a oracle card for the collective, please and thank you? Please and thank you. Girl, ain't nobody behind me. Don't say that, Ethan. That was scary. Don't be scaring me, Ethan. Stop scaring me. Now, if I took off on you, then I'd be bad. Then I would be rude. Then I would be in the wrong. You know what? Y'all gonna get blocked. And then y'all won't be getting no more readings. Now, quit playing with me. Y'all are so mean. These are supposed to be my friends. You see how they do me? Okay. Okay. I believe you. Jump in the line. Rock your body on time. I don't believe this one. This one doesn't feel like it resonates. Okay. So first off, we have protection. We have protection, and these cards, all the cards that I use in the oracle decks that I use can be found on my Amazon storefront, but this one is from the Oracle of the Fairies, and it says protection. The fairies of protection are shielding you with the magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking on any spiritual work. The fairies of protection are forming a powerful fairy ring of light around you, or someone close to you, providing the extra boost of protection that is needed right now. If you're especially sensitive or empathic, you might find yourself picking up vibes from places or people around you. These may include unpleasant vibes as well as good ones, and this is where the fairies of protection come in because their ring of rainbow light acts as a protective shield from any unwanted energies. When we're psychically open, we act as a beacon and can attract different types of energies. Some of these energies may be unwanted, so the fairies of protection remind you to use psychic protection when undertaking any kind of spiritual work or meditation, and will give you their own protection as well. This card is also a reminder to make sure you are spiritually grounded, which can add an extra layer of psychic protection. A simple way to do this is to visualize a long tree root growing from the base of your spine and going deep down into the earth. The protection from a fairy ring of rainbow light can give you more confidence during your spiritual practice and meditation. So if you need an extra layer of spiritual security, ask the fairies of protection to provide it. The fairies might also be nudging you to protect someone else, spiritually or physically, but always ask permission before assisting anyone. It's important to remember that we all have free will and the right to choose whether or not we'd like any sort of spiritual help. Yes. And now I'm going to move on to Mandrake. Serenity. Was that a screaming mandrake? Oh, this says sensuality. Not serenity. Sensuality. Okay. It says 45. Upright. Sensuality, discovering new forms of intimacy, finding the inner beloved, expression of healthy sexuality and abundance. Reversed. Blocked sensuality, shame around sexuality, creative energy misdirected, and unchanneled desire. The astrological rulers are Neptune and Venus. The guidance. Mandrake is here to ask you to find new forms of intimacy. Ask yourself, what inspires bliss, joy, and passion in my life? Notice how you relax into flow and more easily attract what you need and desire when you focus on energy givers, such as joy. Mandrake is here to assist you in liberating Mandrake is here to assist you in liberating unchanneled creativity and sensuality, releasing energy from the sacral center and activating your pleasure centers to experience a higher form of love. Don't allow unworthiness, fear of rejection, and inhibition of pleasure to stop you from experiencing higher love. Focus on giving your gifts to the world with overwhelming passion and opening up to receive fully and fearlessly. Yes, my love? Okay. And that concludes tonight's collective reading. Yes, I appreciate y'all for popping in, tuning in, and allowing me to deliver these messages to you. I need to get one other thing. They want me to get one other message. I said, not yet. I was like, okay. Let me do a quick little ring. But that Mandrake card felt like really good, because what it really felt like is like, yes, finding new forms of sensuality with the self, but it's like, what it really felt like was like creativity. And creativity comes from our sacral center, right? And the same energy that we use, to engage with a physical form of intimacy, is the same energy center we use to create. You know what I mean? To get creative, to paint, to dance, to act, to sing, to perform, to color, to draw, to connect, right? And how can being creative or expressing your own creativity allow you to feel a form of sensuality? Yes, my loves? Okay. But what other message did we have? What else did you want this collective to know? So right off the bat, I'm kind of getting a bossy energy with this Emperor card in reverse. Again, I don't know if this is work or a relationship. It kind of feels like a relationship, but there's a bossy energy with the Emperor card in reverse. And then the Chariot card looking at the Queen of Wands. Ooh, excuse me. This feels so interesting because, yes, although this Emperor is a little bossy, what it feels like is that the feminine energy, that the Queen of Wands is really the one in control here. Right? And it's that this Queen of Wands is allowing this Emperor energy to feel as if it is in control. Hey, Harry, how you doing, baby? But the power is really coming from the Queen of Wands energy. And the thing about it, what I'm getting is that, like, the Queen of Wands energy, the feminine energy knows that she is in control and that she is wielding the power, but she's not necessarily, like, speaking on it, if that makes sense. And I just feel like the call for this very, like, specific message, again, I don't know who this is for. I feel like the call for this very specific message is that you need to start embodying and speaking on the power that you possess. And, like, checking. And checking whatever this bossy, like, selfish, unyielding, masculine energy is. Like, you just haven't been open to that challenge in the past. But that is kind of what this eclipse energy is going to be working on towards you and accepting. And, like, accepting, like, your power is one thing, but, like, living in it, I think, is the next step, right? Because, again, you know what your power is. But the judgment card here is saying that and it's crazy. It don't feel like a demand. It don't feel like a demand. It just feels like a solid acknowledgement that this is what it's going to be. Right? And just, like, gently pushing that forward. Okay, well, this is what I say. Well, this is my input. Well, this is how I'm moving forward. All that rah you doing over there, that's fine, but this is what it's gonna, here's what it's not gonna be. You know what I mean? And there's, like, this gentle hand of pushing out your power. And it's quite feminine, right? It's quite feminine, but it's, like, I don't know if it's, like, dark feminine. Maybe not dark feminine, but, like, I'm getting an image of the maiden in the crone. And what that refers to is, like, the three phases of, like, femininity. The waning moon, the full moon, and the waxing moon. I might have gotten that in reverse. But the feminine energy, it feels like developed and wise, right? Where they're all very intuitive, they're all very feminine, they're all very soft in their own way, but the crone expresses her femininity in a way that is very wise, that is knowing where she stands in her power, right? And it's, like, pulling me back to one of these, like, phrases one of my, like, acting professors used to say, which is bring the woman into the room, right? And she would say that when, like, you know, when we were all very young. She was teaching, like 19 to 22-year-olds how to act for the most part, right? But she would say, bring the woman into the room, when sometimes the young girls, they would come in and they would, like, apologize. Oh, I'm sorry, where they hadn't done anything wrong. You know what I mean? Nobody had asked them to apologize for anything. Or where they would just can't come in and not stand in their power and not make decisions and always make for another person to call the shot. So I guess that the call here was just bring the woman into the room. Okay? All right, my love. So that concludes today's collective reading. Thank you for allowing me to do that second part. But yes, please thank your ancestors, spirit guides, and angels for allowing me to deliver these messages to you. I know that's right, Karina. If you want more insights, you could find my booking link below in the description bar. If you also want to learn how to read tarot with me in my class, that information can also be found out in the description bar. But I love y'all. Excuse me. I'll talk to you later. Until next time, this is XMO. Ta-ta.